Hey, so I really like video games, and I have to be really quiet because it's kind of late, but I really like video games, and I'm going to list my top. It's really hard to choose because there's so many that I would like, and the ones on this list, I'm gonna list my top 10 favorite games, either that I've played or seen. Most of them I have played, but some of them I haven't played, but I've seen. And they just look really cool. But it was hard to decide what the order. Like most of them, they could be like I could literally flip some of these around with the order of them. And we're gonna start with number 10, and it is Battlefield. Now, I did play some of it, and it was really fun. I'm not I don't play a lot of shooter games like that, but it was like I played it a long time ago on like the on the PlayStation 3, and it was really fun. I liked battling games like that more then than now. So now I don't play Fortnite or anything like that, but Battlefield was really fun back then when I played it, and I really enjoyed it. But I don't really play it that much now. But it used to be really fun to me, so that's why it's at number 10. And number 9, we have Minecraft. Now, I have played some games in the past, not PC games, because before Minecraft, I hadn't really played video games. Like all I was playing was Angry Birds on the phone or like on the Wii. Which, speaking of, we will talk about that a bit later for Nintendo games. But number 9 is Minecraft, and the main reason Minecraft is on here, it's still really cool. I mean, when I first heard it, it's the game that got me into video games, basically. It's the main game that got me into video games. So, I first heard it a long time ago, like back in 2012. I heard people talk about it at school, but I didn't really know much about it. And then in 2014, we got it on the PlayStation 3, and we playing it. It seemed boring at first, but then a year later we got it on the computer, and I started watching videos about it. It was still 2014 actually, so like in 2014 we were watching videos, and then it was 2015 and we got it on the computer. But we were it introduced me to YouTubers like mainly Dan2DM. I was watching a lot of the Diamond Mine. It used to be called the Diamond Minecart back when he was playing a lot of those Minecraft videos. I really like to watch those. And as we go through this list, I'll kind of show an evolution of people I watch on YouTube, from Dan2DM to other people, because Minecraft led to a lot of these other video games. Because you know how Minecraft has people create a lot of mods for it, and a lot of the mods are mods from other games, features from other games put onto it, and that's what led me to a lot of these other games. Mostly the top two, because the top two on this list, I when I first found them out, is from Minecraft, but I'll explain that in a little bit. And coming in at number 8, this was really hard. I could really put these higher, but number 8 for me is Nintendo games. No, because there's some that I don't really care for, some that I really like Mario Kart, really like it. Mario Super Smash Brothers, really like it. Um, I actually really like Mario Galaxy. A lot of the Mario games, like a long time ago probably played some, like, those little games on a DS or something. But I really like Nintendo games, mostly Mario ones. I really like Mario Galaxy, but I've never beaten it. I never got through it. I just really like messing around in it and stuff. So Nintendo games are very well known. So I just really like Nintendo games. So um, that's why it's coming in at number 8. Again, this is probably the main one I would say I would probably put higher. But okay, so the next two are very similar. They're both roller coaster games because I'm just saying I love roller coasters. I am a coaster enthusiast. I really like roller coasters. I like going to amusement parks. I know a lot about them. Speaking of amusement parks and roller coasters, I'm going to Cedar Point for the first time for on my 16th birthday this year, and because Cedar Point is one of the best parks I've ever heard of, and I've seen lots of things about it, and I'm really excited for that. That's kind of getting off topic, but number 7 and number 6 are Planet Coaster and No Limits. Planet Coaster is kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon, where you have you can make your own park. I think, but it's better because they actually Roller Coaster Tycoon, they don't really look very accurate, but No Limits and Planet Coaster look accurate. Planet Coaster, No Limits probably has better looking coasters than Planet Coaster just by a little bit, but Planet Coaster has you can have actually build your own park. But No Limits is good for like Oculus Rift and stuff. A lot of people use that for have VR sets for No Limits and stuff, but both of those are basically tied. I put Planet Coaster number 7, No Limits at number 6, but they could really flip flop. And so they're coming in at spot 6 and 7. So number 5, I was thinking about. I think this fits fine. This is actually and by the way, this is one of 2 games on here that I have not played. I really want to play it, but it's one of 2 games on here that I have not played. It is Outlast. It's a horror game. I really like horror games, but it's one of the few that I haven't played. Obviously, if this is a top 10 horror games, it would only be horror games. This is like one of 3 horror games on this list. But there's others that I could really put on here, like Dead Space or Resident Evil, Silent Hill. I could put anything on here. But put Outlast at number 5. It's probably the most graphic game I've ever played, especially I've ever seen. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. It's probably one of the most graphic games I've ever seen, especially the Whistleblower DLC. Man, that scene with Eddie Gluskin. I'm not gonna explain the details, but it is bad. And also the scene with in the first Outlast when Dr. Traeger cuts your fingers off. Ugh. I think my favorite character in Outlast is probably. I just really like Dr. Traeger.